The ANC's headquarters in Johannesburg, Luthuli House, was evacuated late last night. This after the Liberation Struggle war veterans held discussions with the ANC regarding their concerns. The LSWV comprises of military veterans from Mkhonto weSizwe, APLA and Azanla. It's demanding a meeting with the President, but Deputy President David Mabuza is expected to meet them on Thursday. For more on this, we're joined now by our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones. Pule, thanks for joining us. What happened last night?
Well, you know, eNCA, around 9 p.m. in the evening, we got a call that there was some sort of pushback that was happening here at the Luthuli House in Johannesburg. This, of course, from the members of the Liberation War Struggle, members of the eNCA veterans, members of APLA and Azanla, just like you've mentioned. They were demanding to actually stay again inside Luthuli House due to an agreement that they had with the leadership of the ANC that would see them meet the Deputy President, David Mabuza, who in his capacity is the chairperson of the task team, which is leading the Military Veterans Association. And this task team, which was established last year in December, has a consensus document agreement which says that these veterans should receive benefits such as housing, financial support, educational bursaries for their families and them, amongst other issues. But joining me now is the coordinator of the Liberation War Struggle, Mr. Lwazi, who's going to give us more insight around what transpired last night. Thank you very much for joining us, Lwazi. So you were camping at Luthuli House just the day before, and you were told that you breached COVID-19 regulations, and now they've decided to actually let you go. You've also aggrieved about what you call the task team not listening to your demands. Just take us through how has this been for you and some of the veterans?
Thank you very much. The program that we have as a Liberation Struggle veteran, we started last year, November 10, where we went to the Union building and meet the President and inform him that we have a memorandum that we want to sit with him so that we can interpret what we're demanding to the government. So the President, he said, guys, I was waiting for you because he received our letter earlier informing that we are coming. But before we came, I prepared a presidential task team that will deal with all issues that are attached to the military veteran. We tell them that no, he does not want to meet those people because we think that the person that will assist to this matter is just one person as a president, which means it's him that he has to assist us in these issues that we face as military or Liberation Struggle veteran. And we went and meet them, and he received the memorandum, President task team, letter led by Deputy President, and he asked us to give him 14 days so that he can go through the memorandum, so that we'll come back after 14 days to take our report back. But when we came back for our report, we find that it was not a report, it was just a copy and paste thing that they give them time in order to assist and solve each and every topic or each and every point that was in the memorandum. They just go and take anything and paste and say this is a report, which that we despite it, and we said that we can't take it, and it's better him to take us back to the President.
Now, the consensus document has one clause that speaks about reparation, and I think this is the interest that you will be receiving. Let's take us through that. What are some of the things that you are demanding, and what happens if the President does not meet these expectations?
First thing, the most priority demand that we demanded to the government is a reparation that includes the ones of gratuity, of which we demand that money because it is the money that are due for us for a sacrifice. And this money does not need to come to the taxpayers' money. It's the money that was supposed to be given by the United Nations, and we never received it. But we managed to sit down and compare the consensus document that was signed in December 2022 by the President and the Liberation Struggle veteran. And we said that we will work together as a team in order to implement. But unfortunately, the presidential task team and the presidential technical team, they decided as early as January to work solo and classify us. And even now, as in October, we only have one meeting that we have with the presidential task team, of which even that meeting, we went to picket at Union building and tell them that we won't move there until we meet the presidential task team and the President. After that, they give the dates of the 10th of April. The dates of 10th of April, they come up with the 2 dates of other meeting. That's an urgent meeting that to be followed. But those meetings, they never materialize. Even today, we wrote a lot of correspondence requesting that letter, requesting to meet a new DG of DMV because we want to speak with him, hear our plight, so that he will understand when we work with us what is our priority. So even him, it does not get him, it does not want to answer, it does not want to meet us. So those are the challenges that they call us to be able to come here. But to come here, we're clear. We come to inform the president, as he promised us, if he does not buy a joy to the president's team, we have a right to come back to him. We came in to inform him that these are culprits, presidential task team and presidential technical team and the DMV are the culprits that make us to be here because they are hiding agenda in terms of implementing our plight.
Just a quick one before I let you go, just a quick one. Do we know how much is it that's outstanding that you have to be paid?
As we proposing 4.2, that is a minor money because if you can consider...
4.2 million?
Yes. Because if you can consider, if in 1994, I managed to receive 350,000 rand.
Okay, I'll come back to you and wrap. I just need to wrap. I'm running out of time. But thank you very much, Lwazi from the Liberation War Struggle Veterans of the ANC. eNCA. 4.2 million is how much the group says they're entitled to at this very same moment. And just a quick one I have to highlight here. The ANC has made it quite clear that this is a matter of government. We spoke to an official in the party's presidency, Sibongile Besani, last night, saying that this is an issue that the president will be, the deputy president, Stiti Mabuza, will be dealing with, particularly in their meeting that they'll be having with the veterans tomorrow. And for their, this is a matter government has to deal with in terms of the veterans, and therefore the ANC is just a political structure that's supporting these disgruntled veterans to have their voice heard by government.
Pule, very quickly, I was just going to ask you, I'll ask you in the next crossing actually. I just wanted to hear what the actual altercation was, but we'll move on and we'll get back to you to our next story.